Stacking every month, put that work in, I deserve to stand. Bring the baddies to the front. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Yeah. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Look, I deserve some time away. I feel good cause I'm posted. Just won't put my feet in the sand. Ain't tryna be far from oceans. Don't want stress about nothing, just fruit and wine, I'm floating. Little vacation, little mimosa, yeah. Solo trips ain't really doing nothing but chillin'. Catch my eye, I might get active before it's back to business. You know me, I cross my T's, but right now I'm recharging. Put my phone on D&D, my emails out of office. Stacking every month, put that work in, I deserve to stand. Bring the baddies to the front. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Yeah. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Hey, the only real currency in life we got is time. Focus on my breathing, focus on my climb. Don't need nothing too crazy, just some freedom from the grind. Ain't doing nothing shady, I prefer my peace of mind. Just wanna bring my family with me so they.
Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I want to talk about the energies of the number 2 and the master number 11s, okay? Because when I did my research, I found out a lot of 2s are 11s. So I just basically broke down number 2 energy and the master number 11 energy. Enjoy.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, okay, I know I talked about life path numbers and I talk about life path number 1s, okay. Today I'm getting into in tune to the life path 2 and life path 11, master number 11 energy, okay. Now, if you're curious about what life path number is, basically, life path numbers are the energy of your birthday in a totality. So what you do is you add your birthday in the simplest form. So if your birthday is July 16, 1990, you will add up your 7 plus 1 plus 6 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9, and you add it up in the simplest form, okay? So if you get the numbers 1 through 9, that is your life path number, okay? But if you get the numbers 11, 22, and 33, you're not supposed to reduce those. You can leave those the same because they are master numbers, okay? Master numbers have different energies than other life path numbers, okay? So even if you do get your master number, your life path number, and you do reduce that number, so 11s will be the 2s, amplified. 22s will be the 4s, amplified. And 33s will be the 6 amplified, right? So you can understand the energy of 2 and 4 and 6 from those master life path numbers, and you just make it into like an amplified energy being, okay? So let's get to the number 2 and the number 11, okay? So during my research, I have found out that a lot of 2s are really 11s, okay? So there are people who attune to the 2 energy, like the 22s, and anything that makes up 2, 4, 6, 8, okay? You can deal with the 2 energy. But just being like a life path number 2, and that's the end, is very rare, okay? So by it being very rare, I'm going to touch on not just the life path number 2, I'm going to touch on the energies of the number 2, okay? And since a lot of people who are 2s are 11s, I'm going to dive deep in the 11 life path pool, okay? So be ready for this ride, okay? So the number 2, okay, has a lot of, it's a feminine number. It has a lot of feminine energy, okay? And the number 2 has a lot of feminine energy because the number 2 is dealing with harmony, okay? The number 2 is dealing with duality. The number 2 is dealing with compassion, your emotions, okay? And when you get to astrology, the number 2 is represented by the moon. And the moon represents how you display yourself emotionally, right? So when it comes to number 2 has a lot of moon energy. And within that moon energy, you display your emotions. A lot of 2s are very in tune with their emotions. They have no problem with being, loving and compassionate and understanding in their stance. Okay? And with that, number 2s will like to live a life of peace. Okay? Usually these are very peaceful people if they're operating in their highest form. Okay? Usually these people are the peaceful people. Okay? They want everything to go accordingly. They know about duality, because 2 is duality. Is either this side or that side. So it's easy for number 2s to be in tune with reality in a much more in much an inclined way to me, because we already know that there's 2 sides, right? Because it's duality. It's either light or dark, on or off, cold or hot. And usually number 2s will live their life. Number 2 energies will live that life on that accord, right? That's why sometimes you find people who's operating in that 2 energy, they have a hard time being in the middle. Being indecisive is like hell to them, because they know it's either this or that. That's the energy that they reside in, okay? And once you get to number 2s, okay, number 2s are very dependable. These are the great friends. These are the great lovers. These are the great boyfriends and girlfriends on their highest level of themselves, okay? And a lot of 2 energies within the males, those males can seem more softer in their stance because they have a lot of feminine energy. They know how to display their emotions excuse me, in their number 2 energy. Okay, so let's talk about number 2s in their lowest form of energy. Okay, so number 2s in their lowest form of energy will be undecisive. Okay, they will be very gullible. That's a good word. They'll be very gullible in their stance. Okay, they will overstand themselves too much because they are so in tune with that 2 energy, which is couple, which is me and you, 1 + 1. It's like they always want to keep things going. Like they always want to keep things rolling. Like they never want to interrupt anything. They never want to interrupt anybody because they know this disruption, there won't be any harmony. They don't like that. It's not the point that they think everything is perfect, but they don't like disharmony. So if they're in a space or in a part of their life when things aren't flowing the way they should flow, a lot of times unevolved number 2s and people in 2 energy will just let that go. Will just let that ball keep on running because they know as soon as they stop the ball, they're stopping the harmony of where things are going, if that makes sense. Okay, so a lot of 2 people will be self-sabotaging, okay, because then when they are in their lowest state of themselves, they will always be looking for other people to satisfy them, because mind you, this is the couple. They will always look for other people to satisfy them. They will always look for other people to make them happy, because they believe the happiness comes from the other person, not into their totality as one being. Okay, so when it comes to number 2 energies, they can either go either way. Now, I put those celebrities, I put Nivea, my girls, we know who Nivea is. Okay, she is the life path number 11, so she deals with a lot of two energy. And I heard her on the podcast, and she was talking about the things that she dealt with in love. And by me knowing and understanding that she is a life path number 11, I understood what she was going through. Because me, myself, I am a life path number 11. But it was a point in my life where I did feel that way. But when you have to get to the evolved version of yourself. Because within all life path numbers, we either are evolved or devolved into our lowest version of ourselves. Okay, so she says something like she just loves love, right? Like she'll love anybody. Like she can love anybody. Like they couldn't have no job. They could be going in a rough time in life, because she wants to harmonize with people. She wants to harmonize with other people in her setting. Like that's what she does. She wants to be dependable. She wants to be nurturing. She wants to be carrying in that energy. But people who do roll in that energy, if you aren't aware of your boundaries, if you aren't being aware in your actual place of energy, where your energy resides, that will get you hurt, because you end up letting the wrong people in, because you're looking at it from an energetic harmony stance. You looking at it as, oh, if I let you in my space, if I let you in my circle, me and you can be on one accord, because now we're a couple, and so we can assist each other, and we can cooperate in this relationship. But by number twos not understanding, everybody's not going to have that same outlook on relationships as you do. Everybody is not going to be as comfortable in being actually truthful in your emotions as you are. Everybody is not going to be in tune enough to know what they do want and what they don't want. But the thing that gets number twos in trouble is when they do to see things coming, or they see things coming to a head, they'll just let it be. They'll just kind of write it out, because they don't want to. They don't want to engage into the disruption. Okay. But once you get involved into your higher self, you understand sometimes things have to be disrupted in order for you to go on your right path. Okay? So when she said that, I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know where she is now, but I know at that point in her life, she wasn't evolved to her highest version of herself, because that's where number two energy and life path master numbers have a lot of disruption in. Okay? So let's get to Kanye West. Okay, now Kanye West is just a walking form of duality. Okay, because not only does he have the number two energy around him, he is a life path number 11. Okay, and he is a Gemini. Okay, so I haven't dwelled into his birth chart, but I can tell you now, there are times where he really do believe that he is the walking version of Jesus. He really do believe that. But then there are other times in his life, he might be really on demon time. I mean, it's just with the form of duality, just flowing all around him. That's why it's always easy to be caught off guard by Kanye. That's why it's always easy to be caught off guard by Kanye, because you're like, wait a minute. No, I just heard him say this yesterday. Like, what is he talking about now? And you have to understand, everything that he speaks of, he really believes that. It's not like he's trying to put something on for you guys. Like, he really believes that. He lives in a land of duality. So he can be hot this day and cold one day. He can be Yeezus this minute, demon time next minute. That's just how his world evolves. And I believe that's why he's so, to me, I believe that's why he's so gravitated to, because he's literally on the both sides of the spectrum. Like, he can go either way. And that has played out itself in the public's eye as we see it today. I mean, he can go either way. He is a walking form of duality. So that's why when Kanye speaks, I don't say anything. I just kind of low-key be laughing because he's not, well, I can't say that because I'm not a licensed therapist, okay? I am a certified life coach. Congrats to me. Congrats to me. But I'm not a licensed therapist. So I can't say what this man's mental issues are psychologically, all right? But I can tell you, when he speaks, he's not speaking from a place of delusion in his mind, whether it's true or not. He's not speaking from a space of delusion. He's literally in that energy at that point, at that time, whether you agree with him or not. Okay, so I'm gonna tune in to his 11 energy on the positive side, because we could talk about what bad shit people do all day long. Like, we could talk about that. I'll dwell on that just a little bit by the time I get to DMX. I'll dwell on his 11 path journey. But with Kanye, I'm gonna dwell on his what we see him illustrating, his highest sense of self, and his life path number. Okay, so by him being a life path number, master number 11. Okay, master number 11s are the illuminators. Okay, him, DMX, Nivea, Tyler Perry, Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, Michael Jordan, Cat Williams. All these people are walking number 11 energies, okay? They just display themselves in a certain form. But the main goal of the illuminator functioning in its highest version of itself is being the lights. Because when you think of something that's illuminated, what is it? It's usually the brightest thing in the room. It's usually the brightest light. It's the thing that makes certain things stand out because you never paid attention to it. Like, number 11s are supposed to number 11s are supposed to go through this world and heal from the pain and the trauma and the lessons they learned in life, in order to illuminate that to the collective, in order to illuminate that to the public, in order to illuminate that to people around them, so they already kind of went through the fire. They already went through the fire, and they learned that lesson, and they learned the tools they had to learn in life. So by them already they went through the fire, they got the tools, now they turn back around and say, hey, don't go there because I seen where this goes, or don't do that because I know how that ends. And a lot of times when people are encountered with the illuminator, they get uncomfortable because now they believe the illuminator knows everything. Oh, you just know everything. But no, the illuminator mind has to process information different from the way other people process information, okay? Because the illuminator is here on the lesson journey. So the illuminators receive lessons from everybody. The illuminators receive lessons from their trauma, other people's trauma, their mistakes, other people's mistakes, bad things that happen to people, good things that happen to people, and they gather up collectively all this information and how I'm saying they, but I'm a life path number 11, and how they compartmentalize that into their mind. Soon as they see someone on that path, or see the ingredients that make up the things that they already got the result of up here, they say, wait a minute, hold on, I know what that is. Let me tell you what that is. And a lot of people don't like that because they don't like to feel like they seen, or they don't want to feel like, oh, you know more than me. But when you're a life path number 11, that's the journey that you were sent here on. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at God about that. I didn't ask to sit here to be like, oh yeah, let me digest all this information, because I want to tell all y'all about how you supposed to do this. They say you come here on your mission, like your spirit comes here on your mission, but me being here, like as an adult, like right now, like as growing up, I would have never thought I would be doing this. Okay, so that's why I say, don't be mad at number 11s, be mad at the creator, because it just is what it is. Okay, so, but by Kanye being in his heightened sense of a life path number 11, he's very cultural. Number 11s are very cultural, even if they don't understand it or understand why, because you have harmony around you. You want to be in harmony. So you don't come number 11s in a heightened state. Okay, number 11s don't go into a center or go into a surrounding or go to a culture or go into an environment to disrupt it, to make that environment see them from their point of view. No, the number 11s is going to go and see how they can incorporate themselves into the environment to harmonize with the people that's there. That's what 11s do, okay? So when it comes to him being cultural and him talking to a lot of people, and him into different musics and different fashions, and him going around the world and just living with different people, that's because he wants to harmonize collectively with the world. That's what number 2. That when you're in your number 2 energy, and you're functioning on your highest sense of self, that's what you do. Okay, and by him being a number 11, he has intuitive sense to him that, unbeknownst to him, I don't know if he uses it, but I'm sure he probably does, but I don't know him personally. When number 11s are very intuitive, okay, they have a connection to spirit, okay. That's why you see in Kanye, no matter how far off on the spectrum he is, we saw him in his spiritual presentation, okay? That wasn't for TV, y'all. I mean, no matter how far off you think it was, no matter how inappropriate you think it was, by him being a life path number 11, he has a deep connection to spirit. So the things that we saw him display in his spiritual journey, on his spiritual awakening, when he had his church and he had the choir and he was traveling around the world, that was really what he was really showing us of what his spirit was entailing at that time. Okay? And when you're a life path number 11, that's what you do. Spirit walks with you all the time. It's not just, that's why I say, I hate when people be saying, oh, well, who ordained you? Who taught you? But if you know about astrology, you know about numerology, some people were just born to be. Some people were just born to be in spirit. Some people were just born to give you the lessons that God wants us to learn. Instead of you going through those lessons, sometimes certain people are placed into your life to tell you what those lessons are. So you won't have the heartache and the pain and the trauma actually learn the lesson. Somebody already gave you a heads up. Hey, it's a fight down there. I need you to go right. Don't go left. Oh, thank you. If you go right and you miss the fight. Some people will put on this earth to do that. But the problem is, y'all don't want to listen to nobody. Y'all think ain't nobody opinion ain't nothing because you don't really value your opinion. You don't really know the importance of you. So you dismiss everybody like you dismiss yourselves. That's not what we were brought here to do. Okay? So within Kanye's life path number, we saw him on his life path number 11 journey. Okay? Now let's talk about DMX. what they really want from it. Let's talk about DMX, okay? DMX is a life path number 11, okay? The only thing, now I'm about to go to the unhealed version, because I like to break it down. I'm going to go to the unhealed version of what life path number 11 is. DMX, very great. Everybody loved DMX. His dogs loved DMX. DMX had a way to touch everyone, everywhere, in any light, okay? That's what his master number 11 gift was, okay? So by that being his master number 11 gift, he had the ability to do and to be and to do things he probably never even imagined, okay? Due to his upbringing, he couldn't get out of that chokehold. No matter how powerful he was, no matter how intuitive he was, no matter how much how in tune in spirit he was, no matter how connected to nature he was. Master number 11s are very connected to nature. We respect nature, the flowers, the birds, the dogs, the trees, the master numbers 11s are very respectful to nature and the things that's created by nature. So by him having all them dogs and having the ability to communicate with the dogs, and the dogs being communicate with him, was nothing out the ordinary when you realize what his master life path number was, okay? But, and I want to talk about how when he got on that stage, DMX spirit, the God spirit within him, touched everybody. And I believe that he didn't know how powerful he was. Because if he knew how powerful he was, he would not went down that path of, let's say, self-destruction. He wouldn't. DMX had grown thug man crying from his prayers at concerts. Why do you think every seat he had a prayer on it? That was him giving us an illustration of what his connection to spirit was. It's not just because, well, you know, he went to church all the time. I think today we need to start looking at spirit in another way. We need to start looking at spirit and we need to start looking at God in a different way. Because a lot of people who can't attune themselves to the church energy because of what they attune themselves with outside of the church, it makes them feel uncomfortable in that arena. But when you understand, we all are walking versions of God. And we are here to illuminate God's spirit, or how we are collectively. So I believe that people like Kanye West, DMX, Cat Williams, in their spiritual form, needs to show y'all what God's spirit look like to non-religious people. Okay? Because there are people who can't decipher between the God spirit and the religion. Whether it's the religious people, or whether it's the people who don't believe in religion. A lot of them have that confused because they infuse the two in one. But if you understand spirit, the way people are coming out and speaking more about it, When you understand spirit, you understand spirit is spirit all by itself. God is God all by itself. All by itself. You don't need to call it nothing. You don't need to name it nothing. You don't need to say, oh, these is the rules for it. It just is what it is. And some people can attune to what it is without the religion. Some people can attune to what it is and still do bad shit. I mean, it just is what it is. I'm just saying, we on this human, in this human experience, in this world together. So a lot of things gonna look different, but there are a lot of people who can attune to certain things like that. We saw the dynamics of the master number 11 illuminated in DMX when he said those prayers. Now, there are times we seen DMX, and DMX was not the illuminator. Okay? DMX was in the lowest version of himself. Okay? And the reason why number 11 is being the lowest version of themselves, because it's like they have so much love, they have so much understanding, they have so much compassion and so much harmony within themselves. A lot of 11s can't get over the fact that they can't receive that. They can't receive it. So they get into this rut of, I can't believe they did that to me. I can't believe this happened to me. I can't believe, well, why all these things happen to me and I'm connected to spirit. Like, God, what did I do? Like, why are these people doing these things to me? What did I do to get the outcome from these things that's happening to me? What did I do? But a lot of times, like path number 11s, master number 11s didn't do anything. You're just here to go through the fire first so you can tell everybody else how not to get burned. Because how your mind is made up, how your mind calculates, how spirit chose you to interpret certain things. And you can still see God's spirit even in your traumas, even in your mistakes, even in the pain that people have hurt you. You can still see God's spirit in that. Okay? So DMX was in this unhealed version of it, so that's why he couldn't let certain things go, because he didn't understand that. He couldn't understand that. And once 11s have to know that there has to be boundaries that you place in your life for your safety. Okay? It has to be boundaries that you place in your life for your safety, because you cannot save everyone. You cannot be everything for everybody at one time. You just can't. There has to be a time, a place in your journey where you have to say, you know what? I love you. I will assist you. But now it's time for me to step into my one energy. Because like I said, 1 + 1 = 2. We all have that one energy. 1 + 1 = 2. So you have to then take out yourself out of that couple energy and just be resilient within yourself and say, okay, I'm content here. I'm content here, so I'm able to extend myself to you just to give you a little bit of my contentness. And then I'm still continuing to be content. A lot of 11s break themselves down for other people. A lot of 11s choose to be on that, oh, okay, I do it. Okay, I'll be there. Oh, yes, I got it. And I'm doing this and I'm doing that. No. That is the unresolved version of being number 11. Okay, now, let's get to Mr. Cat Williams. Okay? Cat Williams is a life path number 11. Okay? Now, by Cat Williams being a life path number 11, which is the master number 11, Cat Williams illuminated a lot of things that happened in the collective that we had no idea was going on. Okay, he illuminated a lot of stuff. Okay, now the reason why he illuminated a lot of those things was Because a lot of times 2s and 11s, like I said, we love harmony. No harm, no foul. Don't mess with me, I'm not gonna mess with you. I'm in my corner. I don't want to rock the boat. I'm just here. We just doing what we do. Leave me alone, I leave you alone. You respect me, I respect you. But number 2s and 11s live their life in that energy for so long. They live that light in that energy for so long. And it gets to a point where the number 2s and number 11s say, you know what? I'm done with this. Let me show y'all what it is. Like, let me tell you what it is, because you've been misusing my grace. Like, you've been misusing the fact that I just don't go ham and go in on every little thing that you say to me. You think that I'm soft. Well, that's what you think. You think I'm soft. That's what you think, huh? Okay, but you think it's sweet. You think it's all sweet over here. Okay, well, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna get you, and I'm gonna show you. And then that's what happens. And then everybody's like, oh my God, what happened? And this, and I can't believe this, what he said. And did you hear what he said? And I can't believe that he said this. And did you hear? And oh my God, whoa, whoa, whoa. But when everybody was out there talking shit, nobody was saying nothing. It's all fair game. Hey, yeah, keep on talking about the person who's not talking about you. Yes, that's great. Keep on accusing somebody who's hasn't done absolutely nothing to you. Yeah, you keep on doing that. Because obviously they must be scared of you, because they haven't said anything to you. I mean, we haven't heard them debated. So it's not number 2s love harmony. Number 11 love harmonies. It's not the point that they're not paying attention. It's not the point that they're not noticing. It's not the point that they don't know what you're doing. They just refuse to disharmonize and disrupt that flow of being in a peaceful state. But once it comes to the time where, you know what, enough is enough, and I have to actually show and tell you that I see you and I know what you do. I just don't say anything, because I'm giving you grace and harmony. That's where this Cat Williams thing is blowing up. That's why Cat Williams is blowing up, because he is the illumination. Okay, so by Cat Williams eliminating a lot of things that people never heard of, people are uncomfortable by that. Like, people don't want to hear that. But you have to understand, by him being a master number 11, he has to illuminate things that people don't want to say. They have to illuminate things people don't want to say. That's people are scared to say, because he knows he stands for truth. He knows he stands with God. I'm telling you the truth. Ain't nobody came out and say he a fat face online. Oh, ain't nobody came out and called Cat Williams a fat face online. So what? I mean, what? Ain't nobody came out and said it. So I mean, come on now. So, but back to the spirit part of Cat, okay? Because I love comedy. I crack myself up. I thought that was so funny. But let me tell y'all about how his spirit presented himself in that interview, okay? Okay, even though he is a master number 11, he's in tune with 2 energies. So he's in tune with love and compassion and harmony and his femininity side, because he's able to display his emotional state, okay? Like I said at the beginning of the video. So Cat is very in tune with spirit. You heard what he said, that he wanted to be God's best friend. He wanted to be God's best friend. Okay? Then he goes and say how he used to talk to God. Okay? Then he goes on to say about, well, you know, how do you think God would feel about that? Then he goes to say, is it God? Is it God, or is it the lie? Is it the God of truth, or is it the lie? Okay? He's very in tune with the spirit. He's very in tune with cosmic law. He's very in tune with universal law. He's very in tune with cause and effect. He understands the role that he plays in people's lives. He understands how this world is just a big old karmatic boomerang. That's why he moves the way he moves, okay? That's why he gives the way he gives. And when all these things, when Cat came out and broke the internet, everybody started talking about what Cat does out the public eye. And that's really what God's spirit is. Like the true meaning of being a Lifepath number 11, a master number 11. Master numbers 11 are here to teach people on what God's spirit is, how God's spirit moves, no matter what they look like, no matter where they came from, no matter what energies they are tuning to. They have the ability to connect you to a bigger purpose, okay? And that's what the main goal of being a master number 11, okay? Because what people have to understand is this society has been backwards, okay? It's been backwards because this society is based on long as you see me in your physical eye as me displaying of what I want you to believe I am, then everything is fine, right? But when you get into those people's lives personally, and you see how they interact with people personally, and you see how they interact with how they interact with different emotions every day, you will understand that those people are who they say they are, right? Those people aren't who they say they are. So then you come to a person who working in Cat's energy and a master number 11 energy. I can't tell you how many people came out and said, oh, Cat did this and that for me and I wasn't even looking for it. Oh, Cat did this, this, and that, and I didn't even ask for nothing. Oh, Cat did this and he did this because he didn't even know them people. You wanna know why? Because he knows what God's spirit is. That's how you're supposed to display God's love. You displaying God's love in front of the camera and then you turn around and you on demon time don't mean shit. You not fooling nobody. You damn sure ain't fooling the spirit. You might be fooling these people around here who can't see with their spiritual eye. But you ain't fooling nobody. And when I mean demon time, I'm not talking about sexuality wise. I'm talking about for real. Destructive, for real. Egotistical, for real. Domineering, for real. Bully like, for real. If you don't bow down and obey me type shit. That's what I'm talking about by demon time. These people be just all glitz and glamour and everything is fine, everything is this, is that, but get behind closed doors and see how that ego pop out. See who they think they is. That's why they do the things they do, because they feel justified. Be clear about that. So when Cat representation of his spirit and his personality has been displayed by the people, which is the gospel, okay, let's be clear about that. That's the gospel that you need to be listening to, okay? All this other gospel gossip shit, it ain't helping nobody, it ain't healing nobody, it ain't caring for nobody, ain't giving nobody new information. It just keep everybody in the same funky ass rut through all their life. The same rut. Like I said, we got it backwards. We got it backwards. So, Cat Williams being in that type of energy, he is displaying his illuminated master number 11 energy off bat. I don't know this man in real life, but I can tell you the levels that he had to get to that point, he passed them. It was just like, oh, okay, yeah. Like he said, he didn't have to go through getting on certain things to say, hey, this is a bad thing. He learned from other people's mistakes. That's what master numbers do. You have to learn early. It's something that you have to grab real quick, because you got to take this. And when you take this, you're going to be put in a position in your life where other people are going to gravitate to you. And those people are going to gravitate to you because you have to tell them about these experiences. You got to tell them about what it is. You have to tell them about things, how things are. You are the illuminator. You have to turn on that light. You have to turn on that switch. You have to tell them, hey, I know I've been doing it like this, but let me tell you what's really real. And a lot of times people don't like to hear the real, because it makes their delusions more delusional. It makes their reality more delusional when it was really a delusion. We understand the concepts and the perceptions that your mind can gravitate to and make things real. That's not fucking real. Then somebody can come and tell you that's not real. This is what happened. You get mad at them because you have created this lie as reality. Why liars lie? Because liars lie because they are uncomfortable who the fuck they are. Liars lie because they don't want to be seen. Liars lie because they don't want to tell you, I'm not as great as you think I am. That's why liars lie. So let's be clear. When it gets to the life path number, master number 11, you are here for a big mission. Unbeknownst to you, you don't know what that mission is, okay? And you don't have to be all glitz and glamour. You don't have to be behind a camera. But whatever you are in your life, you have the duty. It is your duty to eliminate spirit wherever you go. It is your duty. It's not, oh, I can be on demon time here. Okay, be that here and see how that happens to you. Like Cat Williams said, oh, I don't tune my energies, everything, so I know I'm gonna get what I want. Keep on tuning your energy to shit that you don't want and see what's gonna happen. Life path number 11s. Master number 11s. People are tuning into energy. Okay? Because a lot of y'all, like I said, there's a lot of, it's number 2s. But there's a lot of y'all who's master number 11s. And you master number 11, you have a direct, your consciousness is your direct line to spirit. You cannot outrun that. Only difference between you and other people is people can't hear it. You can. Only difference between you and other people, people tend to ignore their consciousness. You can't. Because as soon as you do, and you're like, I know I should. As soon as you do, okay, be clear about that. Be clear. You cannot. You have direct line to spirit, to consciousness, okay? Use it, all right? You are here to display God's spirit. Like Cat Williams said, he might go to the strip club and give him 10 G's. 10. Do he judge them for being on pole? No. He just go and sprinkle a little God's love and spirit wherever he is. Hey, I know you on this pole. I know you probably don't want to be on this pole. I'm not going to judge you because you probably got kids at home. You probably doing it by yourself, and you probably at school, and you probably need, you probably ran away from home. Whatever the case was, you are here. And I'm about to extend my little compassionate understanding to you with these couple of dollars. I'm going to let it rain on you real quick. I can't believe, but hey, God was everywhere. God was everywhere. God was not in no corner healing people. God was not doing that. God was not saying, hey, they said you was looking for me. What you need? Well, I just need some help, Jesus, because I don't know. You know, they told me you can help me. I know, but come over to this side. I don't want nobody to see this. No, come over here. They gonna see me with you, and you gonna get me in a whole heap of trouble because them people already told me who you. I already know who you is. They gonna see me with you, and I don't want them to judge me because of that. So you meet me around this corner, okay? God wasn't doing that. God was being God wherever he was. Wherever he was. Wherever that energy is, God was being it for everybody to see. That's where the gospel came. Okay? So, like I said today is the perfect time for people to attune to their energy. It's the perfect time for people to attune to God's spirit, because people who don't check out that full application of being religious, married, non-addicted to certain things, working a 9 to 5, not having kids without in wedlock, not having premarital sex. Those people, y'all didn't put so many labels on things without even actually breaking down the reasons why. Now, there is a reason why you're not supposed to be promiscuous. But you can't just tell somebody, don't you be promiscuous because you're going to hell. You're not telling them shit. What are you teaching them? You're not teaching nothing. Are you not supposed to be promiscuous? Yes. But you tell somebody not to be promiscuous because they be promiscuous, they're going to go to hell. It's the wrong teaching. People going to run from you fast. There's no compassion in that. There's no understanding in that. There's no understanding in people who are promiscuous. If you believe everybody's promiscuous is going to hell, ain't no understanding in that. Ain't no compassion in that. Ain't no love in that. And there ain't no love in that. And ain't no compassion in that. And ain't no respect in that. Then ain't no God in that. And you wonder why people run away from church. Ain't no God in that. Y'all be demon people to the end of damnation. Ain't no God in that. It's not. It's not. And I'm glad today people are waking up to understand that. Because a lot of people have took themselves out because they couldn't meet the requirements of that application. There's a lot of people that took themselves out because they thought that this is the end anyway. I have nothing else waiting for me. They told me already going to hell. What do I have to live for? So yeah. People are getting more in tune to what's real, to what God's Spirit is, and how God's Spirit moves, and how God's Spirit heals, no matter where they are in the spectrum of their life. That's why God sprinkled people like me, and people like Path number 11, some people who know about love and compassion in every aspect, in every little city in this country. Sprinkle somebody like me that was born without religion. Sprinkled somebody like me to be around and witness people who people condemn to be useless and condemn them to be nothing and condemn them to be the bottom of the barrel. That's why God sprinkled bits and pieces of him everywhere, or that entity everywhere, so you can understand it's not what you've been told. There's some people that walk around in God's spirit and God's like, who ain't never set foot in a church. That church makes them uncomfortable because they can see the lies and decode the things that went on because of the church, or that was due to the church. That does not dismiss them from God's spirit. That does not dismiss them from God's love. Because you display God's love everywhere. God wasn't in no church. God wasn't in one setting. That's why people with number 2 and number 11 energies are more in tune with nature. You start asking questions when they start taking out all these flowers. That's when you need to start asking questions, when they getting rid of all the bees. That's when you need to start asking questions. When they are purposely getting rid of the trees, the fruit, that's when you start asking questions. That's when you say, wait a minute, hold up. You looking at people because something told you these people were damn all nation because they're evil. You looking in the wrong place. You're looking in the wrong place. Okay? So if you're not able to see God through this eye, through your spiritual lens, you won't be paying attention to where you're supposed to be paying attention to. You'll be paying attention to things that don't matter. And you won't be able to pay attention to the actual spirit and the energy of certain things because you've been Jedi tricked. So that's why when people come out like Cat and they tell the truth is unsettling. Your spirit has been bound with lies forever. You let these eyes tell you what's true. You let your ego tell you what's true. And then one will say, hey, the more you're working in your ego, the lesser you away from God. You know that, right? Your ego tells you, they don't know what the fuck they talking about. I can do what I want to do. Once you understand we are all one within this collective, within this community. How? Ain't no God in that. Number 2 energies: harmony, love, understanding, compassion, duality, God. And the more you attune to those particular energies, the more you will be on your highest frequency. Okay? My number 11s. I know a lot of you might be going through a lot of rough things right now. I don't know how old you are. But please understand, a lot of y'all have to learn a lot of lessons because you have to teach a lot of things. Okay? A lot of y'all have to go through a lot of journeys because you might be the one to lead the way. Okay? I said that in my Lifepath number 1 video, but you understand 1 is the double energy, 11 is the double energy of ones. But the only thing that correlates, the only thing that differentiates 1s and 11s is that 11s have the energy of 2 because it's 2 1. So you have the ability to lead and to be a leader spiritually, and you have the ability to love and be compassionate and be on your feminine end of the spectrum and your emotions, be able to display that, okay, and not feel bound by your number one state that can turn egotistical if you're not paying attention. If you get what I'm saying. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna talk your ear off. I'm gonna talk my okay, so I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do the Lifepath number 3. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. All right, I hope you go back and look at the other videos that I made, so you can just catch up and see where it was and who I am and the things I like to talk about. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna talk to y'all later. All right, bye.